Uneducated.
Uneducated.
Uneducated experts.
With Mink and Jones.
Telling you everything that we think we know.
And nothing that we do. Episode 34.
Jones.
Yeah.
Jones.
Yeah.
Jones.
Yeah.
Where you been, bro? I ain't been able to find you in weeks.
Where you think I've been, man?
I think you've been hiding, bro. I think you've been ducking when that thing went quack, quack, quack.
Look, you beat me. You beat me in fantasy playoffs, all right? I had to take
a
week to rehab. I had to go to recovery, man.
Man, I've been trying to hit you since last Sunday. It was a good game, though.
Oh, it was a good game.
It went down to the wire. Let me pull up the score real quick for the fans, friends of the show. They want to know what it ended up being.
They don't want to know. You just want to relive
I forgot how
victory.
close it was. So, friends of the show, for anyone interested or wondering how many points I beat Jones by, the score was 117 to 103, which sounds like it was just I was ahead, right? That's not the case. So I had what was it?
Gostkowski?
Yeah, I had Gostkowski, so the New England kicker. He had
Patriots
Rex
defense
Burkhead and Patriots defense.
Yep.
And I think I was up by like. What was that by, like 16?
You was up by, I think it was 13. I think it was 13 because when the game started, I had the lead because you get 15 points in our league for starting defense. I think when the game started, I had the lead. And it went back and forth.
Starting with
that score change and me getting 15, I had the lead. And it went back and forth, I think 4 times of lead changes when Dolphins scored, I lost points, but then Rex Burkhead scored, and I got points. I think one sack gave me a point that gave me the lead, and then you kicked a 40-yard field goal, which gave you the lead, and then that was it after that because the Patriots no longer scored with Rex Burkhead, and the Dolphins just put it on the Steelers. I mean, the Patriots that game.
Hey, shout out to Cheesy.
Why?
Friend of the show. Because during this game, when you took the lead, he said, "Sorry, Mink, but you're out. Jones is winning. You're eliminated." And I said, "All right, bro, we'll see." Because I don't know if you've noticed, but I've took a non-cocky approach to these playoffs. I've been very humble. When people say that they're going to win, whatever, I don't disagree with them. All I say is we'll see. So, shout out to the league. It's about to be mine. Tyreek, you would pay the Patriots to hurt Antonio Brown, but whatever. We're going to be all right.
Anyway, so just for clarification, I was not in recovery. I have not been gone for 2 weeks. That was a joke. I actually had a baby.
Ayo.
Trying to catch up to Mink here, who has 47 kids. I now have my second daughter. So shout out to my daughter, Destiny Ray. Daddy loves you. So
congratulations.
Now, before we get into anything, I want to say if you're listening to it right now, because we do it at the end. If you're listening, hit the share button. Hit the share button, and hit it one more time for your friends to see it again on your timeline or on your iTunes or your Stitcher or whatever else you listen to us on. We appreciate it. Now, Mink, it is week 16.
Yes, it is.
We have real NFL playoff implications this week, but we have fantasy championship this week.
Yep.
What do you want to do first?
Let's go real world. Knock these out real quick.
Real world. Let's just say week 14 was not our best picks, and week 15 wasn't my cup of tea neither.
Well, they wouldn't know, though, because they didn't see our week 15 picks.
They did not. I'm glad they didn't. Unless you're in Mink's Get 'em Coach Weekly Pick'em, you did not see how bad I did my picks. I think I got 9, but 9 out of 16 is pretty terrible.
Let me see. I'll tell you right now. Hey, you know what's crazy, bro? I think I told you about it yesterday, is that this week, so week 15 is the first week in my pool where someone got every pick right.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. So I did see that. That's impressive. I don't care. I don't care if it was luck, flip a coin. You got 16 out of 16. That is tough.
So Mink got 12 picks right in week 15.
That's pretty good. 12-4.
And then where's Brandon Jones at? Oh, you're at the bottom.
As you scroll to the bottom.
Oh, now you got 10 right.
I got a little lucky. Let me tell you what I'm doing these last couple of weeks, okay? And I don't care about number of win picks. I am masterminding. I am pushing, forcing the Cowboys into the playoffs. So whatever L that needs to take place, I am handing it to the Falcons, the Lions, the Seahawks. It worked for the Seahawks last 2 weeks because they lost both games. But I am pushing the Cowboys in the playoffs. If I don't believe it, they won't achieve it. And that's my motto until we are eliminated from the playoffs.
Okay. So what playoff scenarios we got playing out this week?
Well, it's real simple. One, the NFC cannot be fully locked up this week due to matchups in the NFC South. It's basically a merry-go-round or a carousel, whatever people want to call it. In the NFC South, they all play each other the last 2 weeks. They just flip opponents last 2 weeks. Even though Monday night, Bucks played the Falcons. They last Monday night, but they all play each other these last 2 weeks. But I am all but certain. So in the NFC, I'll let you tackle the AFC because that's your cup of tea with your Broncos.
Man, the Broncos are whack.
If Eagles win and Vikings lose, Eagles lock up the number 1 seed throughout the entire playoffs. So home field advantage.
Okay.
And honestly, that's the only thing. If Rams win, they lock up the NFC West. So that's the NFC that can get locked up. That's it. If Cowboys lose, they are officially eliminated. That's it right now. Detroit needs to win out to get a playoff spot. Falcons need to win out to get the division. Again, Falcons, Panthers, and Saints can't clinch anything right now this week in the NFC South because it's so close with 2 games left. So that's the NFC. What you got for the AFC?
So let me pull up these standings real quick. So we just had the Patriots beat the Steelers, right? Which
What a game.
Stopped. Oh yeah. I mean, I hate to be the dude that every Steeler fan's being, but like if they had Antonio Brown, that would have been a totally different game. But let me ask you a question, Jones. Why would you fake spike, fake pump, throw it to the same person on the slant instead of doing a fade?
Why? Because the coach is in your ear telling you what to do. Big Ben did not hesitate to call out the coaches on the sideline saying that they wanted to do that. And Mike Tomlin and Todd Haley tried to get too cute, and you can't get cute against Bill Belichick. A la 2014, was it 2014, I believe it was? Patriots against the Seahawks. You can't get cute against Bill Belichick. You just can't do it. You can't do it. That was the same exact play from the Super Bowl. It got batted and intercepted again. Man, you think people would learn.
So...
And then you wouldn't even throw into Antonio Brown. I'm sorry to cut you off, but you wouldn't even throw into Antonio Brown. You're throwing to, was it Eli Rogers or was it Juju? I think it was 19 or 17, but...
I think it was Juju.
It's not 84. Oh, man. Okay, I'm done. Steelers should have won that game, and that might have cost them the Super Bowl because they're not going to beat the Patriots in Gillette Stadium.
Well, so here's the thing. So, for the first round bye, right, you have the Patriots at 11-3, the Steelers at 11-3, right, with the Patriots having the tiebreaker. Mm-hmm. However, if the Patriots lose one of the next 2 and the Steelers win out, then the Steelers will get first. And then the Jags are 1 game behind both of them, but the Jags have the tiebreaker against the Steelers. Yep. I don't know who has tiebreaker between them and New England.
Oh, that'll go to a bunch of tiebreakers.
Like, who I play, you play. We both beat them. We lost. Whatever, all that stuff.
Yeah. But one thing is a fact. You're right. One thing is a fact. If Steelers drop another one and Jags win, Jags would then hold the 2 seed in the AFC. Just count on those 2 teams. Not count the Patriots taking a loss somewhere. But we do know if the Steelers lose another game and Jags win, the Jags would jump the Steelers for the first round bye.
Yes. Which means that if you have a Steeler on your fantasy football team, they're still playing. They are still playing.
Well, week 16. Not a lot of people sit people week 16, but I do understand what you're saying. Some sad fantasy leagues still go to week 17, which I don't understand anymore. That should be a common knowledge now.
Yeah. So with the Jags win, that'll put them. I don't know. Did they win the South already? Do you know?
The South is not officially won yet.
Okay, yeah. So with the Jags victory, they will win the South because they have a 2-game lead. So a Jags victory or a Titans loss.
Scratch that. I apologize. The Jags do have the division already.
So that means all that means is they played the Titans twice already and they beat them both times. So Jags won it, right? But they're still playing for the home field advantage if New England or Pittsburgh slip up one more time. Which I think a Jags home field advantage throughout the playoffs would be scary.
A Chiefs victory locks up the AFC West as they have already beaten the Chargers twice. So the win this weekend, they get the AFC West.
Yes.
Which, by the way, shout out to freaking Phillip Rivers. Just reminded us, the entire world, why you don't believe in Phillip Rivers and the Chargers at any time in the season. Did you see the game against the Chiefs?
I watched part of it.
He was terrible. With everything on the line, everybody believing in him. They're making this miraculous run after being 0-4, and then they say, oh, wait, shit, we're the Chargers. We can't be out here doing good stuff. Let me throw this pick in double and triple coverage. Come on, Phillip Rivers. I don't want to play more than 16 games. What's this postseason? I don't want to do that.
All right, so the Chiefs win, gives them the AFC West. They're not getting a bye. Sorry,
not
bro.
at all.
You're not doing
not
it.
at all.
So let's see. And then the Patriots have already locked up the East.
Yep. And the South and the North are all locked up too. They're all locked up. So people are fighting for wild cards.
If they win, the Steelers and the Jags lose, they would lock down the bye.
Oh, definitely.
Or
definitely.
home field advantage throughout and the bye. But the Jags aren't losing, so.
Well, let's get into the picks and find out.
All right. So, hey, just pull them up on the CBS app. That way we can go down the list, like have the same list going.
Kill me with the CBS app. I got ESPN pulled up right now.
Oh, anyways, don't worry about it.
Games start on Saturday. I already got it. Games start on Saturday.
Yeah.
So let's get right into
No
it.
Thursday night. No Thursday night, though.
The sad Colts face the 8-6 wild card hopefuls Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going with the Ravens, bro. That defense been playing pretty well, and the Colts look like hot garbage.
Yeah, the Ravens are one of my high confident picks this week. Starting the week off.
Wait, one more time. So the Colts, right? What did they give up for Jacoby Brissett?
They gave up Philip Dorsett, a former first-round receiver in 2013.
Just think, they could have got Jimmy G.
Are you saying Philip Dorsett's not a decent quarterback?
Philip Dorsett is not a quarterback.
I mean, Jacoby Brissett.
No, I mean, he's definitely a decent quarterback, but I'm just saying, if you look at how Jimmy G's playing, Jimmy G is a franchise quarterback in my eyes right now, just by what he's done since becoming a starter for the Niners.
Okay.
Well, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that afterwards because that's one of the topics I want to talk about. So
okay, all right. So we got Vikings and Packers. No more Aaron
Vikings.
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers got benched. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers got benched for the rest of the season. Shout out to Pat, right, friend of the show. He was like, "Oh, I told you so. It's because it still hurt." Nah, bruh. It's because they were eliminated from the playoffs. Slow your roll.
Yeah, Vikings gonna win. They're still trying to fight that number 1 seed and not move anywhere for the playoffs because the Super Bowl is in Minnesota this year. Lions against the Bengals.
I'm gonna go with the Lions on a must-win.
So I'm gonna go with the Bengals on a must L. Lions need to lose. I told you.
A must L.
I am pushing the Cowboys into the playoffs. I have to believe it so they can achieve it. Bengals at home, give them the loss. Hope they pull the upset off. That's who I'm going with.
Shaleev. You know what it is? Isn't that the Ryan Shazier believe thing right now?
Yeah, it is Shaleev. Yeah,
That doesn't even make sense to me.
not at all.
All right.
The Rams versus the Titans.
Man, you see what them Rams just did to the Seahawks?
Yes, it was beautiful.
I'm going with the Rams.
Definitely going with the Rams. Titans are in just a shit rolling downhill and it's on the pile up. They can't do anything right. What about the Broncos versus the Redskins? Two teams just fighting for draft pick position.
Well, I'm gonna tell you who I think will win and who I wish would win. I think that the Broncos are gonna win because they've turned it around. Brock Osweiler looked lights out last week, which was extremely surprising.
They turned that around.
No one was more surprised by that than me. But what's hilarious is that they said they don't even know who's starting it. Like, we'll name the starter later this week. Like, what? Whatever. I mean, I get it. Brock Osweiler is not going to be our franchise quarterback. I understand that. But I wish the Redskins would win so that way we would keep staying low for our draft pick because I would really like a high draft pick. The last time we had a high draft pick or a low draft pick, however you want to look at it, we got Von Miller.
Nice.
So
I mean, that's a nice pickup. Okay, I'm going with the Redskins because fool me once, shame on you. You know the saying that I don't understand how to properly say it. But when Brock Osweiler was inserted into the game before, he looked good, and they named him the starter the next week, and he looked like shit. He was inserted in this game last week. He looked really, really good, but I'm not falling for it. He's going to look like shit. The Redskins are going to win at home.
okay.
And it's gonna make you happy because you want to remain with a high draft pick in the single digits. That high low stuff always throws me off. You want a low draft pick or a high draft pick? What do you mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Anyways.
I want a high one. Like, oh, you want 32? No, I want one. Oh, you want a low one?
Yeah. All right.
But
9-5 Falcons versus the 10-4 Saints.
I'm going with the Saints, man. Not only do I think the Saints will win, but I need the Saints to win to finish off one of my bets that I made in the offseason about the Falcons going 10-6. So
Okay.
let's go Breeze.
Again.
Which is terrible because I'm going against Breeze in my fantasy matchup.
Yes, sure. All right, so I'm going Saints. For the Cowboys to get in the playoffs, everybody should know this by now because it's all over ESPN. Falcons, Saints, or Panthers, one of the three teams has to lose 2 games. Falcons are the more likely team to lose 2 in a row, so I need them to lose this week against the Saints to start that trend of back-to-back losses. Saints should have beat the Falcons, which I wish they would have. Then the Falcons only got to lose 1 more game. Should have beat the Falcons 2 weeks ago when Breeze threw that pick to Deion Jones, which was a freakishly athletic catch for a linebacker.
Yes.
That was awesome. But and they should have won that game. But anyway, so Saints will win this game, bounce back, and I'm going to push that way for the Cowboys to get in. Browns versus the Bears.
Oh, man. Is this the week that the Browns finally get a win?
I mean, they only got 2 more games.
I mean, if they're going against the Bears, who have not been playing well at all.
True. Kaiser versus that defense. So the Bears' defense is low-key pretty good. They get turnovers, and Kaiser leads the league in turnovers. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a low-scoring affair, actually. But
Yeah, I'm going to go Bears.
because the Browns' defense ain't terrible neither. They just get put in bad positions due to Kaiser's inaccuracy. I'm going to go Browns. I think it's our first different. Oh, no, you picked the Broncos, and I picked the Redskins. But I'm going to go Browns. They've been in close games. Overtime against the Packers. Overtime against the Colts. They've lost, I think, 8 games by single digits. I've been trying to get them a win. I think they get this win finally. Doesn't matter. Who cares? They already got the number 1 seed locked up anyways. Number 1 draft pick locked up anyways. So, Bills still hunting for a wild card versus the Patriots.
Man, the Patriots have too much on the line to lose.
Exactly. Patriots, easy.
Too much.
Dolphins versus the Chiefs. The Chiefs lock it up this week.
Yes, the Chiefs have started off hot, hit a slump, and now they are back on with the burner going full blast. They are going to win this game.
So I'm going to pick the Chiefs to win with high confidence. It just wouldn't surprise me if Alex Smith pulls it, Alex Smith and the Chiefs pull the Chiefs, they lose this game, forcing themselves to win Week 17. It just wouldn't surprise me. But I'm obviously going to pick the Chiefs to win at home to lock the division up. Chargers, who are still have slim hopes for a wild card versus the Jets.
Chargers.
Chargers. Buccaneers versus the Panthers.
Man, the 4-10 Bucks versus the 10-4 Panthers.
Right.
Let me go
a
with
division
the
matchup.
Panthers.
So I'm gonna go with the Bucks. Once again, masterminding the Cowboys in the playoffs, and this is why. If people have already tuned this out, I don't care. Those dedicated, loyal ones are gonna listen to this and they're gonna be like, "Damn, he's kind of smart." I've already posted on Twitter, posted on Facebook. Again, Saints, Falcons, and Panthers. One of them has to lose twice. It would be so awesome if Falcons lose to the Saints, Panthers lose to the Bucks week 16. They both play each other, Panthers and Falcons, week 17. So somebody, unless it ends in a tie, would have to lose twice, which would have the Cowboys creeping in the back door to get in the playoffs. So I'm going to say the Buccaneers pull the upset and beat the Panthers.
Okay. Oh man,
still with me?
I just got really irritated.
Oh, by me? I'm sorry. Was that too much?
Not by you.
Oh, okay. Want to keep going?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Let me ask you a question.
All right, what's up?
Why are in our league? Why are teams that are not competing anymore? Why aren't they locked?
I've never done that. I do that in some leagues. We never brought it up. Did somebody just pick somebody up who has no reason picking people up?
Yes.
Yeah, I apologize. I actually wanted to talk about that. I was going to talk to you guys about that in the league because, yeah, people should be locked out of making moves if you have no reason to make moves in the playoffs. Like, I don't make moves in the playoffs when I'm eliminated because it's just custom. To me, it's an unwritten rule. You have no reason making moves in the playoffs. What, so you can win fifth place, so you can win ninth place in the consolation pool? Like, I don't get it. Who did what just now? Let me see.
Terrence picked up Greg Olsen.
There's no reason for that. Why?
I don't know. That's who my waiver was for.
Yep. Put it in waiver. Waiver claim by Greg Olsen. He ain't the only one. Cheesy made a move.
Yeah, like why?
Oh, that's December 17th. Sorry. Yeah, so you made the other two moves getting Gates. Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't know. I guess they will go into this offseason with some rule changes in our league because, again, it hasn't been an issue, and this year it is, so we'll address it. It sucks that he took it from you, and he's going to have a good game against the Bucks. He will.
Nope. Make a commission move. Make him drop him.
And moving on to picks, I'm not going to be that dictator.
I'm messaging him right now. I'm like, bro, drop him. Like, you stole my player. There's no reason to have him.
The Jags versus the Niners. You just called Jimmy G franchise. Does he get it done at home against the Jags?
Nah, the Jags are going to win this game.
Jags are going to definitely win this game.
Their defense is ridiculous.
Yes, Jags definitely win this game. And we're going to get into the Niners after this real quick. Giants versus the Cardinals. Again, Giants versus the Cardinals. Who cares? But pick a winner.
Cardinals.
Yeah, Cardinals. All right, here we go. Zeke's back.
Seahawks. Seahawks are going to win this. It's a must-win for the Seahawks.
No.
Must-win for the Cowboys.
No.
Zeke's back. Zeke's going to run a lot. Russell Wilson is going to run a lot and throw a lot. Seahawks win.
No. Don't do that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So, people are laughing at me on our Facebook and our Twitter. Our Facebook /Uneducated Experts. At Twitter at UE Experts. I forget what it is. Wait, Uned Experts, sorry. Twitter at Uned Experts, UNED Experts. People are laughing because they're saying that I'm doing all this for the NFC South, and then the Cowboys are just going to lose and eliminate themselves, which would be the Cowboy thing to do. But I have to believe it so they can achieve it. Cowboys beat the Seahawks. Steelers, no Antonio Brown versus the Texans.
Still the Steelers.
Yep, still Steelers. Bell's going to have a big game. Maltravis Bryant and Juju are all must-starts against that secondary that gets torched by everybody. You see what Blake Bortles did to the Texans? Everybody's tossing it on the Texans. Jimmy Garoppolo had a good game against the Texans. Anyways, and then last Christmas special, Raiders versus the Eagles.
That might be a low-key good game.
I don't think so.
With Foles in at quarterback. I think the Eagles still win though. I mean, Foles played pretty well. That Raiders defense is not very good.
Nope. And there's no Amari Cooper, so give me the Eagles as well.
I mean, Amari Cooper could have been in the game. With as many drops as he has, he doesn't make a difference.
That's true. They're not even double teaming him. You know, I mean, this is supposed to be Cooper's breakout year, and Crabtree's still the leader and running that team basically as far as receivers. So, all right. So,
Man, I just got really irritated. I'm still irritated.
well, I don't blame you for being irritated. And shout out to Jason, and
Yeah,
our Facebook chat.
you just had the conversation about this.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we just had this conversation. About non-playoff teams picking up players. Is it a deal or no deal? It's a no deal. You don't pick up waiver wires and free agencies when you are not playing for the championship or even still in the active playoffs, not the consolation pool or fighting for fifth place because you got eliminated already.
Bro, I think to be real, I think he's fighting for last. Because he's playing AJ.
Yeah, he's fighting for last in. Unless AJ won and they're fighting for seventh place, but who cares? Like, you don't do that though. Bottom line, you just don't do it.
It's the 9th place game. Yeah, they're fighting to not be last.
That's dead last. And he picks up Greg Olsen.
Oh man.
Like why can't he be like Bree and Valencia and just like who cares? Just leave your lineup the way it is. If you win, you win. You're not getting no money in our league. You're not doing anything. So why bother? So I'm gonna make a joke. AJ scored 57.8. You think he tried?
Yeah. Hey, so so Terrence beat me in our other league last week, right? Because of Antonio Brown going down.
Yeah.
But in that league, I'm gonna just tell you my lineup real quick because of how ridiculous it is. Aaron Rodgers was my quarterback. DeAndre Hopkins, Antonio Brown, Kareem Hunt. I had Alfred Morris playing. Gronk was my tight end. I had Ivory in at flex, and then I had the New Orleans defense. Oh, I have Ezekiel Elliott on the bench, by the way. I'm about to just cut everybody on my team.
So people can go pick him up against him?
So that his opponent can pick him up and go get him.
All right.
Like, you just fucked me over. I'm sorry, I keep saying that for you. You just messed me up. I'm gonna mess y'all up. Oh, we got a little baby break in. Oh, I don't care. Don't mute it. Let them hear 'em. Let them hear the kids.
Nah,
Do it for the kids.
It was already muted, bro. But that was my daughter. That's what Mink's talking about. All right, so 27 minutes in. Let's get into fantasy championship. Let's help these people get their trophies on their little Yahoo walls or NFL.com or ESPN or get their money in their money leagues. Whatever you in, we're going to help you win your championship. Even you, Mink. So,
Nah, not me. You can't help me win this.
Aaron Rodgers down and out. I want a quarterback that is not top 10 that will put up top 10 numbers.
Nick Foles against the Raiders defense.
Interesting you say that. Let me say this. Let me go real quick. Again. Everybody's scoring standards are different. So this is just off of ours. So don't get all bent out of shape. If he was top 10 in my league, so you're lying. Okay, well, you have stupid scoring rules.
He might have been top 10 last week.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes! Because I'm going to say it again, and you're going to pause me, but I rode him in the semifinals into the finals this week. Blake Bortles. Keep starting him. Just off of his last 4 weeks in our league again, 24 points against Arizona, 28 against Indianapolis, 21 against Seattle, and 28 against Houston. He plays San Francisco, who gives up the third most fantasy points to quarterbacks. Blake Bortles will outscore Russell Wilson. He will outscore Alex Smith. He will outscore Carson Wentz. Obviously, he's on the IR. I think Blake Bortles will finish top 3 in fantasy scoring for week 16. Do not play your names, play your matchups. It's been that way almost all season for the most part. Blake Bortles against San Francisco. Start him. Mink, start him.
You know what's funny is I sat there. So I have Case Keenum and Blake Bortles on my squad because my quarterback game has been horrendous this year. And I sat there last week and I just was like, I can't do it. I don't believe in Blake.
No trust in Blake Bortles, man.
And then fast forward to halftime and Blake Bortles already had like 19 fantasy points. And I was like, damn it.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden my team just blew up and then my opponents did not.
Yep.
So it didn't matter anyway. But
yes, I'm telling you, Blake Bortles is just on a roll. He is, and they do this shallow cross routes where for some reason a receiver like what's his name, Cole, or that one dude last week because Marquise Lee got hurt, they end up on a linebacker and they just burn the linebacker. They did that same passing route all game against the Texans last week and they couldn't stop it. So you think San Francisco's going to stop it? No, not at all.
yeah.
So, okay, now I want a top 10 quarterback that's not going to finish top 10. Obviously, Carson Wentz won't, so let's not do that. But give me a top 10 quarterback that won't put up top 10 numbers.
Let me pull up the top 10 real quick.
All right, while you start thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm just going to say Alex Smith. I said it would not surprise me if they come out and stink up the joint and lose to Miami, forcing them to must-win Week 17. Something about I just don't. Yeah, people don't trust Blake Bortles. I just can't trust the Chiefs this year. They've been boom or bust. Obviously, by their record, you can see that. Miami's come up with that big win against the Patriots. But that was 2 weeks ago now. I forgot. It's been 2 weeks since we did one.
Well, this is easy. I'm going with Kirk Cousins. Going against the Denver Broncos. He's not going to have a top 10 day. It's not going to happen. Denver's defense is finally playing like Denver's defense again.
Okay. You got Kirk Cousins. I got Alex Smith. He's number 2 in our standings in our league. I'm going Alex Smith. You got Kirk Cousins. Okay. Too easy. Again, I still say forget the names. Play your matchups. All right, obviously Antonio Brown is out. Number 1 receiver in fantasy again. Dude is so disgusting. He was gonna break. He was flirting with 2,000 yards, man, and that just sucks that what happened to his calf muscle.
Calf.
So, give me a replacement for the Antonio Brown championship hopefuls, because I got one, and you're gonna laugh when I say it.
So, if Martavius Bryant, by any chance, is still available in your league, that is who you should have picked up. Looking at ours, I really don't see any. I would have said Cobb. However, Aaron Rodgers is out, so don't play him. But I mean, like, based off of our free agent list, I don't see anybody that I would pick up.
You ready for this?
With confidence, sure.
Mike Wallace.
Why?
Mike Wallace, 4 of the last 5 weeks, has gotten an end zone or has scored at least 7 points. So against Green Bay, he had 56 yards and a touchdown. Against Houston, he only had 48 yards, so that's a 1 off week. Detroit, 116 yards. Pittsburgh, 72 yards. And Cleveland, 89 yards. He goes against the Indianapolis Colts. And it's a must-win for the Ravens. And, furthermore, Jeremy Maclin is probably not playing. So you see Maclin didn't play against Cleveland. He got injured in the game. 10 targets, 6 catches, 89 yards. You could probably see that same number, and Wallace will get in the end zone. So before you mix this and release this, and somebody like Terrence goes and picks up Mike Wallace trying to get 9th place, you might want to pick up Mike Wallace, bro, because I'm pretty sure there's somebody on your bench that you definitely ain't going to start. And you
like
might,
Antonio Brown?
Well, there you go. And you might want to think about just picking him up and maybe playing him, at least have him on your roster. Mike Wallace is going to get 60, 70 yards. And if he gets a touchdown, you got 12, 13 points. That's all I'm saying. He's only owned in 45% of the league, so he should be open in all your leagues.
I picked him up right now just for you.
Well, let's see if you play him.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, it's between him and Baldwin, man. We shall see.
Ooh. So that's funny about Baldwin. So Baldwin, Crabtree, Baldwin. Your receiver one because Cooper was out, so their receiver ones on their respective teams. Not saying that it's in the same caliber of receivers. I'm really not saying that, but Crabtree did not have a good game against the Cowboys. Shout out to the Cowboys who got that win. But he did have 2 touchdowns. So when fantasy comes around, hey, 2 touchdowns is 12 points. As you said before, points are points, and you don't care how you get them.
Do not
So
care.
it's going to be interesting to see if you start Baldwin or you start Mike Wallace. Both to me are just ugly starts, but you don't really have much of a choice with your injuries.
Nope. I got running backs for days. I don't got receivers.
So, speaking of running backs, I want a top 10 running back that won't finish top 10.
That won't finish top 10?
Oh, that won't put up top 10 numbers this week.
Hold on. Let me pull up the top 10
It
running
is
backs.
so just disgusting to look at Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram, number 4
Right
and
next
5.
I hope Kamara is the one that falls off, to be real.
Let me get to you going against them.
Yeah, and I have Mark Ingram.
It is also just so impressive the run that he did, and 6 weeks later he didn't play a single game, and he's still number 10 in fantasy standings in running backs. Ezekiel Elliott.
I see it. I'm gonna go with Leonard Fournette. I don't. If he plays, I don't think he's gonna put up that big of a number.
He's got such a green matchup, though.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna play though. To be real.
Okay. Oh, so you don't think he's gonna play? Okay,
Nah, I
so
don't think he's
then,
gonna play.
so all right, so that's an obvious not gonna finish in top 10 because he's not gonna play. Now, give me a replacement for him then. It's got to be a
Chris
running back
Ivory.
that's running back. Oh, you gonna take the backup?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Chris Ivory. What's up? Hold on, I got a kid in here. What's up, baby?
Can you open it?
Can I open this? What is this?
It's my game song.
Okay, you gotta say hi real quick.
Why?
Say hi. I'm talking.
Say why?
Say hi. Just say hi, everybody. She's saying no. Oh, here's
Shout out
another
to
one.
one of Mink's 86 kids.
No,
They are
2
all
now.
awesome. I've seen them all. Not the newest one. I've not seen. Is it Baby Jacqueline?
Yeah.
I've not seen Baby Jacqueline yet, but his kids are
Jenna,
adorable
say hi.
and they're awesome.
Hi.
Ah, Jenna
Hi.
Marie. Jenna Marie will always say hi.
everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Jenna Marie
Ew.
will always say hi.
Jenna Marie is the social butterfly.
Yes, that's the star. I think she's gonna be
Close
a
the
star.
door,
She's
okay?
awesome. She's awesome, man.
Boom. 2 of my kids found me. I don't know how they found me. I'm in a dark closet.
She is going to be an athlete. Not
Yeah,
saying
she,
none of the other kids aren't going to be, but she is going to be an athlete, bro. And you
Yeah.
know it. You know it.
She throws spirals. Like,
She's
it's
Dude.
crazy. Anyways, well, on the bullshit episode, we could talk about some of the stuff my kids do that impress me. But let's go with, we did running backs. Who'd you say?
I didn't give one up. You know, it's hard. Okay, you're not gonna sit none of these dudes. You're not gonna sit Todd Gurley. You're not gonna sit Bell. There's no way you're sitting Bell. There's no way you're sitting none of these dudes in your top 10. You rolled them to the playoffs. You know, you kept them in your lineup. Injury concerns, you put them in your lineup. But if you were gonna sit anyone, I'm sitting Jordan Howard. I just am. They feed this man so much. Well, actually, they don't. I'm going to take that back. So I'm going to go through his last 6 games. 15 carries, 15. That was for 125, so good job. But then 7 carries, 13 carries, and then 10 carries last week against Detroit. Been up and down. The numbers might not show it, but Cleveland still is pretty good against the run. It's going to be a low-scoring, ugly game. If you can find a replacement, Jordan Howard, I would sit. would sit. Alex Collins would be somebody I would start. Hell, I start Duke Johnson Jr. before I start Jordan Howard this week. All right. Anyways,
What you want my ad?
actually start Deion Lewis maybe over Jordan Howard. There's no Rex Burkhead, and Deion Lewis has been pretty active in the Pats backfield, and they want to win to keep that number 1 seed. All right, go ahead. What's up?
Freeman. I forgot. Freeman's at 12. Freeman will be in the top 10 this week.
Dude, did you see that dude, how he ran against over Tampa Bay?
Yes.
I've never, it's been a long time since I've seen a dude take the ball, and this is anybody, take the ball and just run with so much, aggression. Is aggression a word? He ran so aggressive. I say that. That's easy to say. He ran so aggressive and hard, lowering his shoulder, running over dudes like T.J. Ward. He just ran over the Bucks to a tune of almost 200 yards and a touchdown. He almost had 2 touchdowns, but he just won a fumble on the 1 yard line. So
Anyways.
I like how you are pointing out all your players.
What's up?
Do you know what else I do?
Oh, the elf on the shelves right there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, can you guys not open the door no more since I'm recording?
These animals,
They literally do not care what I'm saying.
that animal, these are stickers.
Nobody's
Okay,
listening
man.
now. We're 40 minutes in. They've already tuned us out.
Yeah. All right, bye. Get here.
Anyways, what kids say?
All right.
Gotta love the kids, man.
Yeah. I mean, I say we cut it, man. We're already at 40 minutes.
Yeah, well, we gave our fantasy. Let us help you win your championship. Post your squads to Facebook.com/uneducated experts. We do get a lot of questions, so we appreciate that. Keep sending them in. Games don't start till Thursday.
Yep. Very true. No, they don't start Thursday.
Oh shit! Games don't start till Saturday.
Saturday. There you go.
Man, listen, man. I ain't getting no sleep. All right, I got a baby that just cries all the time now. Like, it was
Yep.
cute the first
Welcome
couple
to the
days.
world.
I know. It was cute the first couple days, and she just slept. Now she just cries. My wife is up trying to feed her every 2.5, 3 hours. And I'm like, yeah, have fun with that. I'm going to sleep because I ain't got the equipment to feed the baby. So you have fun with that. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to say
right.
equipment to be nice.
As always, we are the uneducated experts. I am Mink,
I am Jones.
telling you everything that we think we know.
And nothing that we do. Hey, you know that's the first time we said that because you were calling me out from the playoff
I know.
win. That's pretty
I just
funny.
thought about that.
Yep.
All right. Hey, y'all, have a dope day.